guys, today is Monday. I hope everyone's day is off to an amazing start. Thanks so much for stopping in today and welcome back to my kitchen. You guys know what that means. If we're in the kitchen, then we're cooking and we are chatting. All right, today's chat is going to be, girl, why are you leaving the house looking like trash? Let that marinate while I send a huge thank you out to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. If you saw the last cook and chat, with I know so many of you did, and thanks so much for tuning in, you guys will know that I have really been enjoying my HelloFresh boxes. All right, if you are ready to enjoy a HelloFresh box of your own, no worries, girl, I have you covered. Click the link in the description box to receive $80 off of your first month of HelloFresh. You guys will not be disappointed. I love the convenience of having my food dropped off at my doorstep. I don't have to even put clothes on. And so speaking of clothes, guys, that's what we're going to be talking about here just in a second, okay? What are we wearing, ladies, as we venture outside of the house? All right, so again, thank you out to HelloFresh for sponsoring today's video. Got some yummy meals on deck for us today. I received a free gift in my box, some Kodiak cakes. I have been seeing so many recipes on Pinterest, so many videos here on YouTube where people have been singing the praises of these Kodiak cakes. I love pancakes, I love waffles, however, I don't like all the calories and carbs that come along with them. So I'm gonna give these a try and I'll get back to you with these or how I feel about the pancakes or waffles. This isn't actually what we're making today. Today, guys, we are going to be making this amazing, yummy apricot chicken, all right? You see that? I hope mine turns out to look like that. We're gonna see here in just a minute. But yeah, again, HelloFresh, thank you. Click the link in the description box. There will be a coupon code, TheUnfrumpy80. All right, I'll have it right here. TheUnfrumpy80 is the code that you will use to get $80 off of your first month of HelloFresh. You guys will not be disappointed, all right? So before we actually get started cooking, guys, I was in Walmart not too long ago. You guys know, I think a lot of you actually saw that video where I did a little Walmart haul, and my Walmart experience was amazing. Let me just say that. I picked up so many wonderful pieces. If you have not seen that video, I will actually leave the link for it below. But also, while my girlfriend Jackie and I were in there shopping, we just kind of took inventory of what, you know, people were wearing. Now, we didn't go into Walmart trying to seek out people to kind of break down what they were wearing. It just kind of stood out, all right? What they were wearing, there were some things that should not have left their front door, let alone made it into the car and then into the Walmart for public consumption. All right, I have 5 different items, pieces of clothing that I want to share with you guys here today. I want to get you guys' take on it as well. Let me know if you feel these things should remain inside of the house. What I also love too, guys, about HelloFresh is everything that you need is going to come packaged in these recyclable brown paper bags. I am loving that. It's like a picnic lunch or dinner, okay? So let's take a look at the items, if you're going to cook along with me, that we will need for today's amazing apricot chicken. All right, we are going to need fingerling potatoes. All right, if you're not familiar with fingerling potatoes, you know, there's the little tiny cute potatoes. I like those, okay? You're gonna need 1 shallot. You're gonna need just a little bunch of thyme. You're going to need some balsamic vinegar. And if you are cooking along with me and you have your HelloFresh kit, then you know all of these things were actually in the kit, all right? You're going to need some green beans. You're going to need some chicken breasts, all right? Depending on the number of people that you're going to be serving or preparing this meal for. There were actually 4 chicken breasts in my HelloFresh kit here. You're going to need some apricot jam. I love jam. And then you're going to need some chicken stock or chicken stock concentrate. Chicken stock concentrate was actually inside of the kit, all right? You go ahead and gather up your items. I will gather up mine while we are away from one another. Go ahead and preheat your oven to 425. So I have all of my ingredients assembled. My oven is preheating. And so the first thing that we want to do is roast off our potatoes. So we're going to take our potatoes. You remember we were going to use the fingerling potatoes, cut them lengthwise. Make sure you've washed them. Make sure you wash them, dry them off a bit, toss them with a little bit of olive oil, a pinch or two of salt and pepper, and you're gonna roast them on the middle rack until tender and lightly brown for about 20 to 25 minutes. And so through the magic of YouTube, I have actually gone ahead and did that part because that was gonna take a long time. 25 minutes, that's a long time. And I like my potatoes when I roast them in the oven to get really crispy and get some nice color on them. So I went ahead and did that. So they're actually ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out of the oven now. All right, but we're gonna leave the oven on, okay? So here are my potatoes, just nice and dark like I like them. So we're gonna let those sit there for a minute and keep the oven, like I said, preheating. All right, so the next thing we want to do is roast the green beans. Okay, so here are my green beans. They have been washed, they're clean, and they're ready to go. So we're going to toss the green beans also with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. I have my green beans, and what we are going to do is toss these green beans with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt, and a little bit of pepper. All right, so back to today's topic. All right, so we're in Walmart just minding our business, or you know, trying to mind our business, when she and I, we just kept seeing distractions. All right, and so the first one, like I said, I'm going to bring 5 to you here today. Give me your thoughts, guys. Do you think it is appropriate to wear a bonnet outside of the house? Under any circumstances, is this look okay? I'm gonna say no. I am going to say no, we should not be wearing a bonnet outside of the house unless it is the wee hours of the morning and we are in the emergency room with our children, spouse, parents, relative, loved one, you know? But to go to Walmart, ladies, you should not wear a bonnet. What are we doing? We're trying to have a society here, guys, okay? I know there will be those of you who feel that, oh, Tan, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not worried about what other people say about me. And I think that is cool and okay to a point. But I feel that when you leave the house, you're not necessarily trying to be concerned with what other people think of you. What you look like when you leave your house is a representation of not others, but of you. You should always put your best foot forward when you do anything in this world. And so when you leave your home, you want to be the best representation of yourself. No, it has nothing to do with styles, but I feel that there are so many other alternatives as we leave the house, ladies. There's so many other things that we can put on our head in place of said bonnet. That bonnet is for you and the individuals in your home to consume. I don't want to see how you woke up this morning. No, put a baseball cap on. You know, scarves are amazing. Look, I have on a scarf today. You know, I'm in here cooking. I want to have my hair back. Scarves are fine. Turbans. There's so many of us who have you know, really stylish turbans. And this particular individual, guys, had hair rollers underneath the bonnet. So that's the other thing, all right? So let me grab the pan, and we're gonna put these string beans. Are these called string beans? Green beans. What do you guys call these? See, I'm showing my roots. I call these string beans, but here on my recipe card, they're calling them green beans. What do you guys call these, okay? But so, what are you guys' thoughts? I'm not talking about running to the street to check your mail. I'm not talking about answering the front door. I'm talking about you have gotten in your vehicle and driven some miles from your home to a store. All right, so we are going to take these green beans, place them back in the oven. We have it on 425. And they're going to be in there for another 10 minutes or so. I'm not saying that you should be concerned with how others feel about you, because I'm here to tell you, you can do everything you possibly can to be right in this world, and there will be those who find something wrong with the way you look, the things you do, the way you talk. Some people you just cannot make happy. And so I'm not saying try to go out and make the world happy. I am simply saying when you leave your home, be the best representation of yourself. Wearing a bonnet with hair rollers underneath, that's not a good representation of you. I know you're better than that. What you're saying to the world when you walk out of your house with a head full of pink hair rollers is that you couldn't be bothered with yourself to look any better than that. That's all you have to give to you. And then you put a bonnet on it. No, you're better than that, all right? So let me know your thoughts on those two, all right? The hair rollers and the bonnet. I've actually seen people without the bonnet and just have the hair rollers on in the nail salon. I understand that there are times when, you know, you have an event to go to and you've gotten your hair done, you've gotten that roller set, and it's not quite time to remove the hair rollers, but you need to get your nails done. And so you feel it is okay to walk into someone's place of business looking like you just rolled out of bed. And so I think when we are doing things like that, we need to think about the planning of it all. If you're going to get your hair done and you know that your hair needs to be set, you probably should get your nails done first, because coming into the nail salon with your hair still in rollers is unacceptable. I have absolutely been party to that. I've actually been in a nail salon where several ladies have come in with their hair in rollers. No, I don't care where you're going. You need to have done a little bit more planning so that your hair was done after you got your nails done. Or I've actually had nail techs come to my house. It's not super expensive, and done my nails in the past if I were having a function at the house or if I had someplace to be. We just have to put a little bit more thought, ladies, into how we're going to look when we leave the home, especially those of you who are single and looking to mingle, okay? Because what you look like is what you are going to attract. I don't want the guy who thinks he can come up to me and be like, yo, 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 baby, what's good? Because I got hair rollers in my hair, or, you know, I'm wearing a bonnet. No, that's not what I'm looking for if I'm single. I went to college. I was looking for a college guy. That's what I got, all right? And I know that's not going to be the path for everyone. You know, some of us, through different circumstances, are having to look for love later in life. Perfectly fine. However, you want to attract someone who is worthy of you. And if they see that you aren't even worthy, you don't have the time to put into yourself, what are they going to do to you? What are they going to, you know, think of you? I want someone who thinks because I am dressed, because I carry myself a certain way, that I am a queen, and you will treat and respect me accordingly. That's what I think all of us want for ourselves. But if we get out into the world wearing hair rollers and bonnets and feel that's okay, but we are still looking for a mate, you never know, the opportunity could be passing you right by because he's not attracted to that. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that one. So we're gonna move on now to step 3, all right? And we need to get our shallot ready, okay? This is our shallot. Looks like a little small red onion. All right, so we're going to peel, cut this in half, and then we're gonna chop up 1/2 of it, all right? I have a medium-sized pan back there. So you wanna get your pan and start heating it up, because that's the pan we're going to put our chicken in. How do you guys feel about pajama bottoms in the stores? I've seen that, not only at Walmart, I've seen it at the grocery store. What did you need out of Kroger so bad that you couldn't put pants on? You couldn't put on a pair of Hanes sweats. You couldn't put on a pair of leggings. You just rolled out of bed with pajama bottoms on and thought that was good. And I'm not talking about, you know, I know right now what's kind of trending are the fashions that look like pajamas. I think Rihanna kind of helped to spearhead that. I'm a fan of it. I like it. Nene wears it a lot. I love it on her. It looks great. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you, a grown adult woman in Kroger wearing Hello Kitty pajamas. No, ma'am. No amount of love for orange juice should prompt you to roll out of bed and say, I'm just gonna run to Kroger. No. Again, unacceptable. Unacceptable. I try to keep little sweatpants, sweats, you know, things that I can easily throw on, stuff with an elastic waist that in case of emergency, I can break the seal, throw those on and get to the store or wherever I'm going and then back home. But I still look somewhat put together. I don't know what's happening in our society now where we just feel like we can just come out of the house looking any kind of way. Eric has told me on his numerous flights when he has been traveling for work that he has seen ladies on the flight with hair rollers. Why? Yes, I know the flights are long, some of them, but still, girls, no excuse to get on that plane with all those hair rollers in your head. It's part of being a woman. Yes, some of this stuff is not fair. Men can get on the plane and go to sleep and not have to worry about what their hair is gonna look like in 4 hours. It's just the burden that we have to bear as women, okay? People are gonna treat you how they think they can treat you. And if you walk out of the house looking like you don't care about yourself, why should they care about you, you know? You gotta put some thought into how we are leaving the house. Like I said, I know there are a lot of us out here who are single. You're gonna attract what you look like, ladies. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so I have the shallot chopped up pretty good here. I have this one. It says to leave it. All right, save. Wait a minute, let me see. Meanwhile, yeah, keep this one in that shape. All right, so now we're gonna move over to the stove and get started on our chicken. All right, let's see what our next steps are. So pat the chicken dry with paper towels, season all over with salt, pepper, heat a drizzle of olive oil in a pan. So I'm gonna turn my stove up now. I had it on low. And so my chicken is here. Going to pour my black pepper. Go ahead and put my olive oil in. Again, this is actually avocado oil. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can get all four. There are actually 4 chicken breasts here. I'm going to see if I can get all 4 in the pan. We'll see. And these are some good sized chicken breasts, guys. These were in my HelloFresh box. All right. All right, everybody's in there. I'm gonna let that sizzle for a minute. Wash my hands real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add my salt in now. Just a little sprinkle over the top. And this is actually Himalayan sea salt, okay? I'm gonna grab my tongs and flip them over. So the other fashion faux pas, I think that is just, I don't know, just borderline ridiculous, guys, is those of us who will come out with, you know, the jeans on that need to be a little higher because our pink thongs, our red thongs, our black thongs are hanging out the back of our pants. Once again, if that's the guy you want to attract, how do you think he's going to treat you down the road if you don't care enough about yourself to get you some pants that fit, to turn around, look in the mirror and say, you know what, I probably should put on, you know, a different kind of underwear. Because the world doesn't want to see that. We don't want to see that. And again, please, y'all, please don't get down in the comments and start saying, I'm not trying to impress anybody. Believe me, if you're leaving the house looking like that, you're not impressing anybody. What you're doing is turning away a potential job, you're turning away a potential mate, a potential friend. Just think more about yourself, ladies. So we have the chicken, add the chicken. We're gonna cook this over medium heat until it is cooked through, and it says that should take 4 to 5 minutes per side. I'm gonna make sure mine is definitely cooked through, so I might do maybe 7 minutes per side. I don't want anything undercooked chicken. All right, so we're gonna let this cook, and then we're gonna sit it aside to rest. Let me check on the stove. All right, we have about 2 more minutes there, so I will come back when my chicken is done. So I have removed the chicken. As you can see, it has some good color on it. My beans and my potatoes are all over here resting as well. All right, let me grab my card here, turn that down. We want to keep the pan here on the stove, turn it down to low. Take our olive oil, or in this case avocado oil, drizzle about a tablespoon of that, and then we are going to add our shallot, that half we cut up, and our thyme. Here are my shallots, And this equaled or ended up being about 1/3 of a cup of cut up shallots. I'm gonna give that a stir. And then we're going to add in our thyme, and we're gonna keep our thyme right on the sprig. It didn't say pull away the leaves or anything like that. We're just gonna drop that in there and kind of stir it around. So it says add the shallot and the thyme, cook stirring until softened about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, you can do that. Guys, this smells amazing. That's the other thing too. I think I said it last time that I'm really enjoying with my HelloFresh boxes, my meals, is the fact that I'm trying different things, bringing new things to the family that, you know, I just never thought to try before. And, you know, they have all the ingredients and the measurements, just really takes a lot of the guesswork out of it. All right, so while this is cooking, let's see what the next step. Stir in the jam and 1 tablespoon of the vinegar. So since I'm cooking for 3 people, I will put all the vinegar in. If you're just cooking for 2 people, because this particular meal serves either 2 or 4. So I'm cooking for 3, so I'm gonna go ahead and put all of the vinegar in with the jam, and we're gonna stir and simmer that until syrupy, about 1 minute. With this particular topic, guys, don't get me wrong, not trying to offend anyone. However, if you are an offender of any of these, just know, my love, nobody is okay with that, okay? No one is okay with you coming onto the airplane. You know, they paid thousands of dollars for their seat, but you get to sashay by them with hair rollers and pajama bottoms on, okay? Nobody's okay with you. They're pushing their buggy behind you, and they get to see half of your cheeks and your thong hanging out over in the produce section of Kroger, all right? Nobody's okay with you coming into the nail salon where they're, you know, trying to get their spa day on, and you didn't care enough about yourself or anybody else to take the hair rollers out of your hair. Nobody thinks it's okay, so just consider this a public service announcement. You know, we can all use, you know, tips and suggestions, you know, here and there. And just think of this as that. Nobody's judging, okay? Nobody's judging. This is just some good advice. Just think of it like that, all right? So let me go over and grab my jam and my vinegar. I have my stove turned down. The heat is turned down to low, so that's the balsamic vinegar. You guys remember the video where I talked about, you know, what was it? How to have a home that's clean all the time. You see how I'm able to move around the kitchen and grab the things without having to say, oh my gosh, where's that spoon? Where's that fork? Where's that knife? Make sure everything has a home, and then it just makes your life so much easier. Along those same lines, guys, if you have everything in its place, and let's say you do have to run out of the house really quickly to grab something for a recipe, or you're, you know, just trying to run to Walmart because you need to pick up something. If you have all of your clothes in one place, you have made sure you've taken your clothes out of the laundry basket and put them away, everything will be where you need it. I know exactly where to go to find my leisure wear, which is basically everything I wear anyway, but you know, I know exactly where to go look for those items, because I make sure on a daily basis laundry is being put away, shoes are where they belong. I'm not having to look around for my keys, making me even more flustered when I'm, you know, running late for something. These are the things that you do, guys, to make your life go a little bit easier, make it go a lot smoother, and then in turn when you leave the home, you look a lot more put together. You just look a lot more put together, like nothing bothers you. You know, when you're out with hair rollers in your hair and house slippers and pajama bottoms, you look like your life is in chaos. Nobody wants to be bothered with that person. You look like you don't have your stuff together, and that's not what we want to do. That's not the message we're trying to send, okay? All right, so let me see here what our next steps are. Let's see, simmer until syrupy, about 1 minute. Stir in 1 tablespoon of water and the stock concentrate. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. What I liked about this recipe, guys, it was quick. This one was really quick. Not gonna lie, some of the HelloFresh recipes, those are the ones you want to save for when you have co-workers coming over, the husband's boss is coming over. Those are the ones, but you know, you want to save when they have a lot of ingredients and instructions. Something like this though, I love this one. This one you make when you're trying to hurry and get dinner on the table. All right, I think that looks syrupy. What do you guys think? All right, stock concentrate here. I wish you guys could smell this. This smells like a 5-star restaurant, okay? It smells like I know what I am doing in this kitchen today. But I would never have thought to put balsamic vinegar and, you know, apricot preserves together. You know, this is why this is just so neat. Okay, now I'll add in a tablespoon of water and just stir that around. And my tongs, there's my rosemary. Slice chicken crosswise, divide chicken, green beans, and potatoes between plates. So we're not gonna put the chicken back over here in the sauce. We're gonna go ahead and slice it up and then plate everything. All right, so let's do this. So there is their plate. All right, and here is my plate. I think we did pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and give this a taste test. My battery is blinking. I'm gonna try to get everything in one bite. Some chicken, some of the potato, some of the green beans. Let me know if you guys say green beans or string beans. All right, I did kind of cheat and taste the sauce. It's so good. That is so good. That is a hearty, quality restaurant meal right there, guys. I love this. I love this. I will be making this again. Thank you out to HelloFresh. Remember to check the description box, guys. $80 off your first month. TheUnfrumpyMommyLife is the code. Let me know what you guys thought about today's chat. Really appreciate you guys stopping in. I pray no one is offended. I hope you take something away from this if you are guilty of these infractions. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.